All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. All right. So we are going to do the mid-month check-in here for Taurus and Taurus placements for the month of May. And it will be for the second part of May here. So from the 17th through the end of the month. All right. And this will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. And I just want to throw out there that my May has been a little crazy, so I haven't been able to do weekly readings for each sign like I was hoping to. So I hope to start that in June. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. But we are going to do your last half here and see what you have to look forward to, what might be going on here for you. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell us as far as for Taurus and Taurus placements for the second half of May 2026? What is the overall vibe here for Taurus and Taurus placements, please? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got union, reconciliation, coming back, second chance, rebuilding. We've got air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have triggers. Childhood wounds, flashbacks, ready to explore, caught in the act. Okay. All right, so let's get tarot out here. All right, so yeah, it looks like someone you might be in separation with. It could be someone with air in their chart, or at least significant placements of air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant here, but obviously take it as it resonates. They could be even acting in air energy. So maybe this person has been detached, cold and detached. They could be someone who ghosts, possibly someone, maybe an overthinker, or somebody that's constantly more in their head about things. So like I said, it could just have to do with the energy. It might not have to do with them being, necessarily an air sign per se. But I feel like there has been separation here of some sort, maybe whether it's, divorce, breaking up, whatever the situation was. This person does want to come back. They want to make amends. They want to change things here. There could be things within this connection that are triggering for both of you. So, I mean, it could be even like I hate to say twin flame type relationship, but if you resonate with that, this could be something like that as well. It's something where maybe you both mirror each other, like wounding and things that need to be healed. So there's obviously something, especially on this person's side, where these triggers, maybe they've never had a connection that has done this before to them. And I feel like this person has kind of like freaked out a little bit because they've been avoiding this. They've been in denial. They haven't wanted to confront these triggers or confront their shadow, the darkness. Okay. And so now, and maybe they've been exposed. Maybe this person feels exposed by you. Maybe you mentioned something to this person intuitively that now has come true, possibly. And so they could be, feeling exposed. Like maybe they feel like things because you're intuitive. Maybe they know you watch tarot. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So Spirit, overall energy, one card, please, for Taurus and Taurus placements, the last half of May 2026. Okay. Wow. Okay. We've got the Devil. Okay. The challenge here for Taurus and Taurus placements, please. One card for the last half of May. What is their challenge? We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Focus, please. One card for the Focus for Taurus and Taurus placements. Okay, let's see. One card, please, for the Focus. Okay. the 10 of Swords for the focus here. Okay. And let's see here. So the bottom three cards, I always say the top cards. Oh, hold on, let me move this. Stop. Okay. We've got the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Okay. All right. So before we start clarifying, as far as the overall energy, we've got the devil. The devil, I know we never like seeing the devil, but the devil could do with a lot of things. All right. It could be one thing. It could be several. All right. And so I feel actually, no matter how we clarify, it's going to be different for everybody. Okay. You might know some of this intuitively. This person might have even exposed some of this to you. It's possible that you've even gotten a personal reading, and maybe that reading has divulged some of this info to you, whatever you resonate with. But this person, I feel, has been in devil energy. Okay. I feel like this person has brought this devil energy into the connection with you, at least in the past, obviously before you separated. Okay. So I feel like, there could be, obviously there's their childhood wounding. We'd have that multiple times now between the devil and this triggers card here, but that is causing this person to potentially act the way they have been and whatever decisions and lifestyle that this person has been living. So if this person, deals with different substances as far as escape, like alcohol and things like that, that could be part of this devil energy. It could be the fact that this person maybe runs when things get difficult, when things get emotional. That could be part of this as well. There could be codependency issues. There could be narcissistic traits and tendencies that this person has. There could be, irrational fears that this person has. There could be a multitude of things. Okay. So we'll see what else comes out, but take it as it resonates. Okay. The challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person is going to come back and they want to offer you a new beginning here. And I feel like that is where the challenge lies. And it's not just a new beginning, it's a new beginning with stability and security. And so I almost feel like this person maybe is not stable. Okay. It could be in all sorts of ways. I feel like emotionally they might not be stable. This person might not be stable as far as maybe their words don't meet their words and their actions don't match. So maybe they're kind of in their head and they don't know how they're going to be able to follow through on things. So they are kind of like in this energy where they are in fantasy land and they talk about all this stuff that they want to do or want to give to you. And unfortunately, they don't follow through on it. Okay. But there's something to do with money here. Possibly there's something to do with maybe financial stability and security. Okay. The focus should be on the 10 of Swords. Okay. So the focus should be on maybe why things ended in the first place, how this person ended things, or how this person, responded or reacted if you are the one that ended things. The 10 of Swords is usually an ending that is a lot of times because of betrayal. It's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking ending. So it might have happened quickly. It might have been something where it was unexpected. But the 10 of Swords is an ending as well where, the question is, has the lesson been learned? So if there's been separation, I feel like you all have been healing and learning your lessons. I feel like have the lessons been learned on this person's side? Okay. With the overall energy being the devil, I'm going to be honest. I'm not feeling that they really they have, but we'll have to see. We'll see what comes out. We do have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups on the bottom. I feel like this person is like they've been depressed. This person has been kind of like moping around ever since the two of you have separated. I feel like this person did not realize what they had when they had it. Okay. And now they see you as this missed opportunity, and they want to come and rush in and communicate and talk to you and try to get back in your good graces, because they want this new opportunity with you here. They want to resurrect things. They want a new emotional beginning here. I feel like this person does have love for you in one way or another. However, whatever this person feels as far as what love is to them, because not everybody sees love or feels love the same. But however this person has love for you, they do. And I do feel like there's definitely an emotional connection here that you both have. Okay. But I feel like, has this person changed? Because Spirit really wants you to remember this ending and remember it for a reason. So we'll see what else comes out here. Okay. Okay, Spirit. So clarifying the devil, please. 3 cards, if you could, to clarify the devil. 3 cards, please, to clarify the devil. And this is for Taurus and Taurus placements. Okay, the first card is the 7 of Wands. Two more cards, please, Spirit. Okay, we've got Judgment. And we've got the Queen of Wands. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the World. All right, so let's see. All right, well, okay. So I am feeling like I said, for the overall energy here for the next couple weeks for you, this person has been living in this devil energy. Okay. And that's basically what's going on here in this situation. And I feel like you either had a clear indication of what this was, whether you saw it with your own eyes or whether your intuition told you. This person could have hinted at it. Maybe you heard it from someone else. Like I said, maybe you got a tarot reading, whatever clued you into this. Obviously this person is struggling with something here. Okay. Whatever this devil energy is with this person, I feel like it caused you to put up boundaries. You basically kind of put a little wall up around yourself. You block this person potentially, whether that blocking was physical blocking, maybe on your phone or on social media. It could be that you block this person energetically as well as emotionally. Okay, so depending on how often, if you do see this person out and about, maybe if you work with this person, maybe if this person says hi, you say hi back, and that's the end of the story. You don't talk to them anymore. You don't interact with them. You know what I mean? But I feel like there are now clear walls here between the two of you, and that was implemented by you because of this devil energy. Okay, whatever this person brought into the connection between the two of you that made it, I hate to say toxic, but something that was very unhealthy. Yeah, and so I feel with the 7 of Wands that not only did you have to defend yourself against this person and whatever they basically chose to bring into your life, but I also feel like maybe for some of you, if you've ever brought any of these traits, these devil energy traits, whatever it is for this person, if you notice something and you brought it up to them, this person might have gotten very defensive about it. maybe they just started, getting defensive, and they just started like, not being they're very closed-minded possibly, and made excuses and things like that. And it's not like they were they didn't take accountability possibly. They did not, they could have been in denial. They did not show that they were ready to heal, basically. Okay. And, I feel like basically you made the judgment call here to move away from this person. And you kind of stood in your power as the Queen of Wands. You stood in your power. You know your worth. You know your value. And this person knows that as well. And the thing is, you stepped into your power. You moved away from this person. And this person, they know that. They know that you're in your power. Okay. And so I do feel like this person, again, with judgment, they want another chance here with you. Okay. Because judgment can be about second chances. And again, part of the reason why they want another chance here is because they see you as this Queen of Wands. They see you like in your power. They know that you are, charismatic, you're charming, you're, passionate about everything you do. You know your value, you know your worth, you go after what you want. And that's very enticing to people, that energy. Okay. This person also finds you extremely attractive. Okay. So they do want a second chance here. On the bottom, again, we've got the World. So that does not surprise me, because like I said, it's again another card of second chances. I feel like there was a cycle that ended between the two of you, and now this person wants to open another cycle with you. Okay, with the World, because the World is about endings and beginnings. And maybe for some of you there could be distance with the World. Maybe they're watching you online if you've got an online presence. All right. So as far as the challenges, the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit, 3 cards, please, to clarify. Okay, we've got the 9 of Swords. 2 more cards, please, to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Tower. And 1 more card, please, to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. 1 more card, please. Okay. And we've got the Chariot. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. All right. So, like I said, a new stable beginning. I feel like this person wants a new beginning with you. Okay. I feel like, maybe you're even wanting just a new beginning in general. Okay, that's full of stability and security. I feel like maybe you have even provided a sense of stability for this person. Like you have provided a safe space in the past for this person. Okay, and I feel like this person fumbled it. Okay, that's the message I'm getting here. And so I feel like this person does want to reopen a cycle. They want to have another cycle here with you. This person wants to be back in this sense of home, this sense of stability and security here with you. Because they fumbled you, this person has caused themselves a lot of sleepless nights because they've fumbled this. I feel like in the past, this person could have caused you a lot of sleepless nights. And that's why moving forward with this Ace of Pentacles is actually a challenge for you, because of what this person has done in the past, the stress that they've caused. Okay. But because this person has fumbled this sense of stability with you that they could have had, they're not sleeping. Okay. And so, this person, I feel like when you came into this person's life, that was a Tower. I feel like when they fumbled you and they realized it because things ended, that was a Tower. basically given this person multiple tower moments, and they were needed, is what I'm hearing, because of them being in this devil energy and whatever this energy they've been in. I feel like you were basically sent in by spirit to do that and shake things up for this person. Okay. I feel like when this person finally understood that you were their safe space and that they messed this up, when it hit them after this separation period, I feel like that is one of the biggest tower moments for this person. Okay. So, I mean, I also feel like, of course, when this person returns, because we know there's going to be communication, and we've got the 8 of Wands here on the bottom. So obviously there's going to be communication from this person. I feel like that might bring you a tower moment, and it might even bring you some stress. Okay. Like maybe you were hoping that this person wouldn't return, or you're not prepared possibly. But, this person, they could be at a distance from you, but this person wants to bridge that gap. This person wants to come your way here. Okay. I feel like you might want to just move forward with life, but unfortunately, this is something that is most likely coming your way. Okay. With the Chariot. Like I said, this person is going to be communicating with you. Okay. And with the Chariot, I mean, I feel like this person might express to you with this communication that maybe they will actually tell you that you were their safe space and that they fumbled it. Maybe this person will tell you that they've had sleepless nights and that they've had all these things going on with them, all these, maybe they've had other tower moments other than the ones with you. But this person might tell you that despite all that, they want to move forward with you. Okay. But I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles in the challenge position, I feel like, I feel like you feel that how can we get to this point? That this person potentially can't be trusted, that this person isn't going to be coming in correctly, that this person is just going to come back and bring drama and potentially, endings again for me. So I feel like there's the sense of, this new stable beginning. That's why it's a challenge, because this person is not stable, unfortunately. And I feel like it's stability in, unfortunately, multiple areas of their life. Kind of feel like this person might need therapy of some sort, whoever this is. But I'm not here to diagnose. I'm just saying it. I'm just getting the energy that this person, I feel like they need something like that in their life. But anyway, okay. So as far as the 10 of Swords here, Spirit as the focus, what can you tell us as far as clarifying, please? Three cards. And this is for Taurus and Taurus placements the last half of May. Okay. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the the 7 of Cups. One more card, please. Okay. And we've got the Page of Cups. Okay. On the bottom, we've got the 4 of Wands. Okay. And then after this, we'll get the advice from Spirit here. Okay. So Spirit really wants you to focus on why things ended in the first place. Okay. Basically, don't forget, especially if this person is very good. I mean, a lot of times air signs can be very good with their words. And so it is possible that, whoever this person is, maybe they know just the right thing to say. Okay. Maybe they know, especially if they know you to any extent, they know what you're looking for and what you want. And so they might just come in and tell you exactly what you want to hear. Spirit wants you to remember the devil energy that this person has been in and remember why things ended in the first place. Okay. How they betrayed you, how they put those 10 swords in your back, and, has the lesson been learned on this person's side? Okay. And honestly, the only way that I can think of to know for sure if this person, I guess we can't really even know 100% certain with 100% certainty, but if this person can show you in a certain amount of time with their actions that they've changed, then maybe the trust can be rebuilt. Okay. But I feel like that is really the only way, you know? With the King of Pentacles, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Um, maybe this person is overly concerned with money. Maybe this person, is a business owner or is very high up in their job, and maybe they put their career in front of relationships or their career in front of anything else. That could also be part of this devil energy. It doesn't have to be substances or things like that. It could be that this person is overly concerned about money. And if that's the case, that might also contribute to why the Ace of Pentacles is, in the challenge position. Maybe this person, uh, is overly concerned with money, and money means more to them than anything. So they want, or maybe this person has been focused on money and they kind of spend everything that they make, and maybe they know that you make a decent salary, and they're here because more for financial reasons than anything else. That could be too, and that might just resonate with a couple of you. But with the King of Pentacles, I feel like this person, maybe they had a family elsewhere. That is possible. But the King of Pentacles, like I said, could also, like I said, be overly concerned with money, overly concerned with material things, overly concerned with their career. Okay. And so obviously, I feel like they put that ahead of you, and maybe they even made you feel like an option here. Okay. In the past. So Spirit doesn't want you to forget about these things. All of these things could have contributed to this 10 of Swords. Okay. Now, if you resonate with this person not being previously in this King of Pentacles energy, or King or Queen, whatever, you resonate with, I feel like if this person is presenting themselves this way, if they've been in a lower energy in the past, and maybe they're coming across to you as the King of Pentacles, again, take the time, give it an extreme amount of time here. I'm talking like a good bit of time for this person to prove to you that they can be a provider here. Okay, that this person can provide the stability and security that, like I said, that they're offering or maybe looking for. But like I said, this person could have made you feel like an option, whether that option was around other, in competition with other people, or other, things like their career, things like that. Okay. That could be, this person could have very much also confused you with the Seven of Cups, and disillusioned you. Like I said, they could have disillusioned you by their words and their actions not matching. Maybe they talked a good game, but they never followed through with anything, or rarely followed through. It could be that maybe this person confused you because they'd say one thing and then say another, or say one thing and do another. Okay. But I do feel like, this person with the Page, of Cups here, I do feel like this person could be coming in with an apology. This person could be coming in with a small little sweet gesture. I feel like this person, maybe they could be immature. There could also be a child involved with the Page of Cups. Okay. But on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands here. So, you could resonate with this person being your twin flame. It's possible that maybe this person has a home elsewhere. Again, like I was saying with the King of Pentacles, maybe this person, maybe they do have a family elsewhere. Okay. But I feel like if that, and that might not resonate with many of you, that might just, maybe be one or two of you. But we do, I do feel like, we have the card here of union. Okay. And being, together, reconciling. And that's this card as well. The Four of Wands is also, again, a card of union. Okay. So this person does want to come back together with you. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to not overlook and not forget the reasons why there was separation in the first place. Okay. I feel like Spirit wants you to make sure to not overlook red flags. And like I said, try to give things a substantial amount of time to, if you do want this person to, if you want to allow them back into your life, give them a substantial amount of time before moving things forward where they can prove to you that they are different and that, they warrant you trusting them again. Okay. But we'll see what comes out as far as the advice here from Spirit. Okay. All right, Spirit. As far as advice, what can you tell the collective? Or I'm sorry, this is for Taurus and Taurus placements for this situation. Taurus and Taurus placements. What is the advice for the second half of May with this situation here? What can you tell us? Okay, we've got the Emperor. We've got the Lovers. Let's see what else comes out. Ooh, okay. We've got the Seven of Swords that kind of came out like that. I'm being guided to leave it like that. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the World. Anything else, Spirit? Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Ugh. Okay. We've got the Page of Swords that fell on the floor, and we've got the Three of Cups as well. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Swords. I'm just going to put that there. I don't have room. Okay. So as far as your advice here from Spirit, I feel like with the Emperor here, I feel like Spirit is saying that you're encouraged to take control here with this situation. Okay. Stand in your power and take control. Okay. There is obviously going to be a decision that you need to make here with the Lovers. The Lovers is ultimately about a decision. A lot of times it is a decision, and it does have to do with love. Okay. And your heart, but, and what makes your heart happy. Okay. It can be a decision about two people as well. I'm not really seeing that here, but it could be, whatever you resonate with. If you do resonate with another person being involved. Like I said, I don't see that here, but in any case, we have the Seven of Swords here on the side. So I feel like, there could have been betrayal, obviously, well, I shouldn't even say there could have been. I do feel like there was betrayal of some sort here in the past, especially with the Ten of Swords here. Usually that's a heartbreaking ending. It usually has to do with some sort of deceit or betrayal. Okay. So there is something that maybe partially about. Okay. Maybe some of this has not even been completely communicated to you or shown to you yet. But I also feel with the Seven of Swords that, it can be a card of strategy. So I feel like Spirit not only wants you to remember, again, the reasons why things ended, whether it had to do with lies, deceit, betrayal from this person. But I mean, with it being on its side, though, obviously it's something that can potentially be overcome. But I also feel like the Seven of Swords is more about strategy, and not to get too kind of crazy about that, but implement some sort of strategy with this person. It might be necessary to implement some sort of strategy. Okay. And, so if you feel that there's something that you can do or say that, will allow that sense of time to pass where you can see if this person can, prove things to you, it might take some sort of strategy here. Okay. And that strategy is basically how much energy you give to this, how much you invest if you do decide to do that. Okay. So, that is part of it here. All right. Now I'm getting a twofold message here. Okay. So as far as this second part for advice. Okay. So for some of you out there, if you do resonate with this person having another family, or maybe you had sensed or something that this person, had someone on the side, or like a relationship or something, I feel like that has potentially ended. Okay, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles here. We also have this person presenting as the King of Pentacles down here. So I feel like, it is possible that if that is the case, that this had ended or has ended. Okay. And it is possible that maybe you gained some kind of information about this person, or either making you a third party, or that this person had a third party behind your back. Okay, with this being the Queen of Pentacles. Now, for some of you out there, you are the Queen of Pentacles, and you could have even been married to this person. Okay, that might just be for a few of you. Okay, and maybe things ended between the two of you because you found out that they had third parties. Okay, that's Spirit just told me that too. Okay, so like I said, just take what resonates for you. But if you don't resonate with the third party thing, if you don't resonate that this person, that you had been married to them and that there was a third party or anything like that, I feel like, with all of this being said, to be in your power, because you're going to have to make a choice here, be strategic about what you do with your energy and how much energy you give to this. Spirit wants you, to remain in this Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay. And remain in that nurturing, loving, stable, secure energy. Okay. Don't let that change you. Okay. There is a potential with time that things can change here. Okay. That maybe there could be a healthier cycle with this person potentially. Okay. But I feel like, it needs to start out as, from the bottom up, and it needs to start as friends. You need to gain as much information about what's going on with this person as possible, so that you can make an informed decision. Okay. Because I feel like, this person could have manipulated you in the past, and obviously you do not trust this person, and Spirit actually backs you up on that. Okay, with the Five of Swords, I feel like this person, well, so the thing is that I feel like this person, they could have been playing games with you in the past and manipulated you. But I feel like, with this sense of strategy as far as your energy and, it's almost like testing this person to see if their actions match their words. And so, that can be considered a sense of manipulation. So, even if that is the case, if you feel that way about this, Spirit is basically giving you that advice, that is the green light. You are getting the green light to do that here in this situation. Okay, because you're doing what you feel is best for you in this situation. You don't want to get hurt again. Okay. All right. So as far as signs, we've got Capricorn, we've got Libra, we have Cancer, Scorpio, we have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio again. We've got Aries, and we have Gemini. Okay. We also have fire energy, earth, air, and water. So we've got all signs. And then the ones that I just mentioned are additional signs. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this reading helps. I hope it resonated. If you feel like it did, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Again, be on the lookout for those weekly readings. Hopefully we'll start in June. And I hope this reading found you well. Until next time, take care. Thank you for being here, and namaste.